Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball Recap for Saturday, May the 16th. Can you believe today was the final day of the regular season of college baseball? Just time has really flown by this year, this last 4.5 months, I guess it is. But anyway, all 10 of the state's teams played on the final day, but we're going to start with what happened up in Tigerville in the NCAA Division I Southeast Regional up at Ray and B. Dillard Field. Francis Marion scored the game's first 8 runs and held off North Greenville 11-8 to win the Tigerville portion of the Southeast Regional and advance to the Super Regional next weekend at Catawba against Catawba College, which won its bracket. The Patriots are 45-12 now. North Greenville fell to 49-12 with that loss. For Francis Marion, Xander Buchanan, Charlie Bussey III, and Will Durrell all was homered for Coach Jeff Jefferson's squad. And Jimmy Koza had 3 hits, a run scored, and 2 RBI. But maybe the big star of the day, at least the most versatile star of the day, was Ethan McAnally. He made his first start of the season for Francis Marion. He'd had 2 one-inning relief pitches earlier, two one-inning relief outings. Easy for me to say, earlier in the season. But today he went 5 innings. He allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, and 3 strikeouts. And then, if that wasn't enough, as a batter, he was 3 for 5 with a stolen base, a run scored, 2 RBI. Great day for the young man. And again, it helps them advance to the Super Regional at Salisbury. Best of 3 games on Thursday, Friday, and if needed, Saturday in that. Also, for North Greenville to get to that game against Francis Marion, they had to beat North Georgia 7-3 earlier in the day. And Thomas Powell had 2 hits in that game and 4 hits in the second game. So he had 6 hits for the day for Coach Landon Powell's Crusaders. Ben Lockham got the win over North Georgia. He pitched 4 innings, allowed a hit, a run, walked 3, and struck out 3. All right, let's move on to the NCAA Division I. Up in Blacksburg, Luke Gaffney's 3-run homer highlighted a 5-run third inning, and Clemson held off Virginia Tech to salvage finale of that series 10-8. Tigers fell behind 4-0 in the first inning on a pair of Hokie home runs. After the first one, they got a little salty. A couple of pitches went over a Virginia Tech batter's head, and there were some words exchanged, and the umpires warned to both teams, and to the best of my knowledge, nothing more happened after that. A couple of guys were hit by pitches, but they are obviously not intentional. But anyway, with that win, the Tigers assured themselves of the 15th seed for the ACC tournament next week. They'll play Notre Dame at 5 o'clock on Wednesday at Truist Field in Charlotte. Clemson's 31-25, 10-20 in the ACC. Virginia Tech finished 29-23, 15-15. In addition to Gaffney's heroics, Jack Crichton was 3 for 5 with a homer and 2 runs driven in. Up in Lexington, Virginia, not too far from Blacksburg, Lane Tobin hit a pair of homers and drove in 4 runs, and the Citadel completed a sweep of VMI. That final score was 12-7. The Cadet scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th to make it closer. The Citadel is now 30-24 overall, 11-10 in the SoCon. Got a winning record in the SoCon. That's good. And Virginia Military fell to 28-26 and 3-18. And as it turns out, those teams will be rematched on Wednesday in the first day of the SoCon tournament at Ford Field in Greenville. Also for Virginia Tech, for Clemson. Let's try one more time. For the Citadel, Sam Dansky had a double, a walk, 2 stolen bases, 3 runs scored, and 2 RBI. So strong finish to the season for Coach Russell Trippett's Bulldogs. Down in Raging Cajun country, Louisiana scored 2 runs in the 5th and held on to beat number 20 Coastal Carolina by a score of 3-2 in the finale of their Sun Belt Conference Series. The second straight win for the Raging Cajuns over Coastal. Louisiana is now 34-21, 16-14 in the Sun Belt. Coastal fell to 36-19 and 21-9. That loss, coupled with Southern Mississippi completing a sweep of Georgia Southern, gave Southern Mississippi the regular season championship in the Sun Belt. Coastal finished second. Their opponent will be determined by earlier round games. Up in Music City, USA, South Carolina got its only 4 hits in a 3-run second inning, but then Vanderbilt scored 5 runs in the 5th, and went on to send the Gamecocks to their 12th straight loss, 5-3. Carolina finished the regular season 22-34, 7-23 in the SEC. Vandy is 32-24 and 14-16. Carolina plays Tennessee at approximately 5:30 Eastern Time on Tuesday, in the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. Down in Charleston area, Nick Diaz singled and homer to drive in 4 runs. College of Charleston wrapped up a sweep of Bill and Mary by a score of 12-2 in 7 innings. Will Tippett, break him up. He was 3 for 3 with another homer and 3 RBI today. He had about 5 homers over the last week or so. He's really been playing well for the Cougars. Got his batting average up over 250, I believe. Let's see. With that win, Charleston is 28-26 overall, 18-12 in the CAA. William & Mary fell to 21-32 and 12-18. Over in Rock Hill, Alan Benhart and Ethan Wilson had 2 RBI hits in the 6th inning, and Winthrop beat Longwood by a score of 11-5 to finish its regular season. The Eagles finished second in the Big South Conference. They are 33-22 overall, 15-9 in the conference. Longwood fell to 29-24 and 11-13. Also for Winthrop, Chaz Grossington had a single, a homer, 2 walks, 4 runs scored, and 3 RBI. Elsewhere, Garrison Burrell walked, singled, and homered for the second day and drove in 4 runs as Charleston Southern closed out its regular season by rallying to beat Radford by a score of 10-7. The Buccaneers are now 29-21 overall, 13-11 in the Big South. They are number 4 seed. Radford fell to 25-24 and 12-12. Over in Spartanburg, Brady Small's 3-run homer gave USC Upstate the lead in the 6th inning, and Jacob Kirby had 4 solid innings of relief, and the Spartans beat Northern Kentucky by a score of 10-9 to close out a 3-game series sweep and extend their winning streak to 6 games. Spartans are 29-27, and Northern Kentucky fell to 25-28. Also for the Spartans, Henry Zener was 3 for 4 with a double, a walk, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBI. Samford scored 8 runs in the first 2 innings, then had 5 in the 7th inning for a run rule 13-3 win over Wofford, and they won the series 2-1 and passed Wofford into 3rd place in the SoCon tournament standings, SoCon conference standings. Samford's 28-24, 12-9 in the SoCon. Wofford is 34-20 and 12-9, but Samford got the higher seed because of the head-to-head series win. For the Terriers, Nico Brini had a single, a triple, a homer, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBI. And in the final game of the day involving a state team, Gardner Webb scored 5 runs in the 3rd inning en route to taking the series finale over Presbyterian by a score of 9-2 in Big South Conference play up in Bowling Springs, North Carolina.